Reporting for duty. Affirmative. Roger that. SCV good to go, sir.
Jacked up and good to go. Let's move.
Job's finished.
Jacked up and good to go. Rock and roll.
I read you. Affirmative.
Your forces are under attack.
Give me something to shoot. Commander. Rock and roll.
SCV good to go, sir.
Standing
Your
by.
forces are under attack.
Rock and roll. Commander. Go, go, go. Let's move.
SCV good to go, sir.
Commander. Outstanding. Rock and roll. Commander. Go, go, go.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV good to go, sir.
Give me something to shoot. Go, go, go. Let's move. Standing by. Let's move. Outstanding. Standing by. Let's move.
SCV good to go, sir.
Give me something to shoot. Let's move.
SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
Standing by. Commander. Standing by. Jacked up and good to go. Let's move. Give me something to shoot. Rock and roll. Commander. Give me something to shoot. Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Jacked up and good to go. Commander. Jacked up and good to go. Standing by. Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Standing by. Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot.
SCV good to go, sir. Job's finished. Job's finished. Orders received. SCV good to go, sir. Affirmative. SCV good to go, sir. Roger that. SCV good to go, sir. I read you. SCV good to go, sir. 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 Roger that. SCV good to go, sir. Affirmative. SCV good to go, sir. Reporting for duty. Job's finished. Orders received. SCV good to go, sir. Roger that. SCV good to go, sir. Orders received. Yes, sir? SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Reporting for duty. Job finished.
Jacked up and good to go. Commander, standing by. Commander, standing by. Jacked up and good to go.
Yes, sir?
Commander. Rock and roll.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
Give me something to shoot. Jacked up and good to go.
This should be good. Oh yeah.
SCV good to go, sir.
Go ahead, Commander.
Oh yeah.
SCV good to go, sir.
Rainer here. This should be good.
SCV good to go, sir. sir.
Commander. Give me some of this shit.
This is Jimmy. Right on.
SCV good to go, sir. 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 Reporting for duty. Roger that. Job's finished. Orders received. SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Yes, sir? Reporting for duty. I read you. Affirmative. Reporting for duty.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me?